know if there's some like actual explanation or story behind Halloween, but they do say things tend to be more sensitive and it's easier for things to happen. Dicen que si pasan más cosas, es como más sensible la energía y si pasan cosas, especialmente, no sé si han escuchado que supuestamente alrededor de las 3 de la mañana, 3:30, como que suelen pasar más cosas. People say around 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. in the morning, more things tend to happen because there's like a portal opening kind of thing. And I think it makes sense in a way that it's an hour where most people are non-active. So everything's more silent and it's easier to hear or see things that are usually not easy to perceive with the distractions of the other senses, like a lot of sounds and a lot of actual physical people moving. That's that's kind of like a theory I'm making up right now. I'm saying Halloween definitely uh, must have a bigger, stronger energy because we're all talking about it and we're putting the energy on the supernatural things. So I do think those activities, those ways of thinking and talking about it, it's like a magnet that attracts that energy. So it tends to make more things happen. That's what I think. He said, like, he went to this cabin with his family and friends. And when everybody was asleep, he was on the bunk bed, higher bed, and he saw in the hallway, like, white people passing by. And everybody was asleep. ¿Qué hay detrás de ti? Tengo una cámara, así que puedo verlo. Así que ustedes ven lo que yo veo. They're saying, "What's behind you?" Ah, I got a camera, so I got a rare view right now. I would hate that. Like that would be one of the worst feelings. You know the movies whenever you're giving your back to something and then you look at the mirror or look at reflection and you see something and then you look back and there's nothing. Oh man, I would freak out. I would poop my pants right there. Digo que el peor sentimiento que debe existir, que siempre pasa en muchas películas de terror, es cuando ves algo en un reflejo, algo detrás de ti o en un espejo y volteas y no hay nada. O peor tantito, que voltees y haya algo. Yo me hago así, me hago popó. Instante. Ana Correa says, I hate to close my eyes in the bathroom taking a shower because it always seems like someone will scare me. I've had that feeling. I think everybody has done that. When you're thinking a lot about it, you're like, oh my god, oh, you're like that. Like you just don't want to stop looking because you feel someone's gonna appear in front of you. It's one of those things. Like I don't understand the people that cover themselves on the bed. Like they cover their face below the sheets when they're scared because I'm the country. I would love to see what the hell is going on. Like, I would hate to not know what's behind the other side. I would hate to do that and have something right in front of me. So I'm the opposite. Like, I'm like this. Like just checking all the time. I cannot give my back to something I'm scared of. I can't. I have to face it. I have to know what's going on. If not, it's scarier for me. This guy dice, okay, Halloween story. Here it goes. Here goes another one. A young boy is sleeping in his bed on a usual night. He hears footsteps outside his door and peeks out of his eyes to see what is happening. Like he peeks out. His door swings open quietly to reveal a murderer carrying the corpses of his parents. Oh my god. Intense. After silently propping them up on a chair, he writes something on the wall in the blood of the dead bodies. He then hides under the child's bed. The child is scared beyond belief. He can't read the writing on the wall, and he knows the man is under his bed. Like any child, he pretends that he slept through the whole thing and hasn't awoken yet. He lays still as the bodies, quietly hearing the breaths from under his bed. An hour passes, and his eyes are adjusting more and more to the darkness. He tries to make out the words, but it's a struggle. He gasps when he finally makes out the sentence, "I know you're awake." He feels something shift underneath his bed. Oh man, intense. That one was, it was good. Intense. Uy. Escalofríos. She says there's a black tomb in the cemetery where she lives. And people say it's a witch's tomb. And she's always, no, it always caught her attention. She's like interested on this, like what's going on with this tomb? And it's always full of dead flowers, and they seem like they're burned always. Interesting. I do believe in those things. Rosario says her and her sister used to talk to nothing, and whenever they asked them, "Who are you talking with?" they would say her great, no, yeah, her great grandmother's name. Like, yeah, I'm talking with blah blah blah, and they did not know her name. There was no way they knew the name, so I do believe they were talking with her. I believe in that stuff. Grabando cierto video que ya conocen. Cuando estuve grabando el video de Te la dedico, I was filming Te la dedico's video. We filmed it in this like big house. Huge house. For sure it was pretty old, but it was kind of renewed, so it didn't seem old, but I'm sure it was damn old. The night came. House was huge. Like, it was hard to get lost in the house. Era muy fácil perderse en esta casa. Llegó la noche. Se hizo tarde. Tuvimos muchas horas grabando. The energy was heavier for some reason. The house changed. There was something about the house that it was like, it got uncomfortable. Hard to explain. But if you guys have felt that, you know what I'm saying. Some areas of the house were not cool to go through. Can't explain why. It happens like that. So we were talking in the room where we were doing makeup and clothing. We're just chilling because they were changing the set to a different room, whatever. So we had a couple minutes free. There was the makeup artist, the stylist, Steffi, and myself. Estábamos platicando en el cuarto donde hacíamos maquillaje y cambio de ropa. Estábamos el estilista, la estilista, el maquillador, Steffi y yo. It came to the subject, talking through the day. The makeup artist, he's a way more sensitive person. He's seen a lot of stuff, and he's just has that sense more open. So it's definitely a person that sees a lot of things. Liz hears a lot of things. So yeah, we were talking. I'm not even sure if it was something about this or not. Just talking, and I started feeling very, but very uncomfortable. It's a weird feeling. I just started to feel like I don't know. And I think it was that feeling when you're like seen, like somebody's looking at you, but not in a comfortable way. So for some reason, the room had two doors. Let's say this is a room, okay? This is a room, and we were talking here. There was a door right here and a door right here, and I was giving my back to the door right here. These two doors, okay? And I was standing right here, looking to the other way. The door was behind me ish, not right on my back. He was like back there. Okay, that was the door was there. Okay, so we were talking. I stopped giving my back to that part because I was feeling uncomfortable. Don't know why. I can't. I can't explain. So I turned my back so I didn't give my back to that side because I was not feeling comfortable. And then makeup artist was like, when I moved 2 minutes after, he looks to the door I was giving my back to, and he's like, "There's a man outside the room." We were like, "What you mean? What? There's a man out there, and he's looking at us. He's just staring. He's standing out there, staring." And I was like, "Oh man, please no." Justo después de que yo había sentido eso, it was right after I felt that, and I was like, "Oh my god." After a while, a couple minutes, he was still there. This thing scared the hell out of us, but this guy came in really quick, be like, "Hey," and we were like, "Oh my god," right from the same door the guy was standing. It was some crew guy, someone from production. Be like, "Hey guys, are you gonna be ready? We have to be ready like in between 5-10 minutes." But he came in like he just broke that moment in a weird way. It was like a lot of tension, and he kind of like broke it because after he said that and left, the guy was gone. After the guy production left, come like some minutes after, a mirror broke. Somebody from production, like I don't know what they were doing, but the mirror broke, and we were like, no, like things are tense enough. Why would you go and break a mirror, dude? Come on, man. You kidding me? There's a lot of stores with mirrors, and I always, sorry, and I always say there must be a reason. There must be a reason. So, yeah, mirror broke. The makeup artist did something with the mirror, something supposedly that helps with one of the pieces. But yeah, it was a weird night. Luckily, the video turned out great, but it was an interesting moment, and I know for sure that house. There's something about that house. Pretty sure. I felt it. Saber qué más. Leticia says, "One night I took a picture on Snapchat, but it was dark. And when I changed the filter, there was a face on there that looked like he was trying to scream." Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps. I have no idea what that was, but I definitely haven't taken a picture during the night ever again. How clear was the picture? Like, if it was it like super clear there was a face there? That's scary as hell. Scary as hell. Tomé una foto en Snapchat de noche cuando cambié el filtro, vi una cara como intentando gritar. Miedo. Miedo. Oh my god, Leticia said it was quite clear. The face trying to scream, it was very clear. I could see the full features and it seemed really familiar, but I couldn't tell who it was. Oh man, that's scary as hell. Very scary. Here's another one from Ambar. Creepy. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first, I thought it was the window until I heard it came from the mirror. Oh my god. Seriously? Ambar escuchó que alguien golpeaba un vidrio, algo. Pensó que venía de la ventana hasta que escuchó que al parecer venía del espejo. Genial. Buenos tiempos. Qué felicidad. Not creepy at all. My God. My God. Rosario's brothers used to see like shadows in the house and they would move things, move her mom's stuff. Then, like a priest came, they called the priest, he went there and he said, "There's something here, but it's not bad." But after he blessed the house, nothing ever happened again. Wow. Leticia says, apparently, when you wake up randomly during the night, it means someone is watching. Oh my God. It feels awful to think about that. Leticia dice que cuando te despiertas random en mitad de la noche, espontáneamente, significa que alguien te está viendo. I'm going to say it in English because this is a good one. A younger brother of her dad. Since he was 14, he's been having dream paralysis. The same thing we've been talking about waking up, being conscious, but not being able to move or scream or anything. Like he has that. I suppose it might be some kind of syndrome. I don't know. Maybe. But one day, this never ever happened before. One night, he was in bed, not sure he was asleep or not yet, but he heard someone getting in the room and getting on top of him and hugging him so hard, so strong, it was hurting his back. Crazy. While he was trying to get away, this being, this thing, was growling, like, was not letting him get away, and he was growling until he finally could, free himself. He screamed. His parents, this girl's grandparents, came to the room. They were actually already asleep. There was no one else in the house. Got in. So he was alone. There was nobody else there. They got in, like, what happened? And he was having this awful pain in his back. Very weird. And it seems he still has the paralysis, dream paralysis, but he has never experienced that, ever, like that. And he still cannot explain what happened. That's scary as hell. Leticia says, one day I was having a really bad day and started talking out loud, complaining about everything, and felt a shiver, like goosebumps, like someone was in the same room as me. The next day was a lot better. Qué raro, como que alguien te escuchó ahí. Someone was there listening to you. Oh my God. I'll say it in English real quick because it's interesting. Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. It's a tradition, a celebration we do in Mexico, where we do make some people do it more than others. People do this altar. They do this altar of the dead people, their family members, friends, and they put their pictures and things they used to like. It could be food, it could be things they used to do. Like if somebody used to play a lot of soccer, they would put a soccer ball, or if they found like something like soccer shoes they used to have from them, they put them there, and it's like a tribute to those people that left us in this life. And supposedly, like, this people, like, it's a beautiful thing, and the dead like come and enjoy from those things, those pleasures they used to, the pleasures that were part of their life when they were in life with us. If you have seen Coco, Disney movie. It's a pretty good. It represents pretty good like what the tradition is about, adding up like the whole world of the dead with which is like the magical story part of the movie. But yeah, it's pretty close to what the actual thing is. So yeah, it's good. Um, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Never mind. But yeah, that's what it is. I got a story from a hotel room. It's pretty chill, but it's crazy. It's still spooky. There's a really old hotel in Puebla, a city from Mexico. It's like a really, really old hotel. It used to be supposedly it used to be a convent, where nuns used to live. Hay un hotel en Puebla, en la Ciudad de México, muy viejo, que era un convento antes. Nosotros fuimos de gira y nos quedamos en este hotel. Fue eso con High School Musical, ya hace años. We went on tour with High School Musical and we stayed in that hotel when we were in Puebla. So we were told it was a convent, and we were like, "Oh man," we we knew at that point, like, okay, this could be creepy, maybe, I don't know. Nos dijeron que era un convento y fue como de, okay, esto puede estar raro. Pero bueno, donde estaba yo en mi cuarto, dormíamos tres, era un cuarto que tenía, creo que éramos tres en ese cuarto. It was three of us, three of the guys in my room. Everything, our room was fine, perfectly fine. But when I went, I was making company to Steffi to go back to her room where she was staying with her mom and another girl. So I'm going back with a friend of mine, with Cesar. And the hallway of her room was, again, I repeat, uncomfortable. It didn't feel good. It was just like that. Everything was like wood. So the whole place was cracking all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Acompañé a Steffi, yo y César acompañamos a Steffi a regresar a su cuarto donde dormía con su mamá y con otra de las de high school, porque en ese momento le tocó a su mamá acompañarnos a todos. Y el pasillo de su cuarto, de nuevo, lo voy a decir, era incómodo, bastante incómodo. Además de que todo el hotel estaba lleno de, pues, mucha madera. Entonces rechinaba todo el tiempo y así, viejo. Entonces nos estamos despidiendo de Steffi, dándole buenas noches. Y nos quedamos platicando un buen rato ahí en la entrada de la puerta de su cuarto. Y yo escuchaba cada unos tantos minutos, unos rechinidos, pero exactamente iguales. Cada vez, como que sonaba tipo nada. Y después, otra vez. Idéntico. I'm going to say it in English. We were saying goodbye, so we end up like talking a lot for a while right at the doorway. And every couple minutes, I was hearing this crack, like wood crack, but every time it was exactly the same. Same sound, like talking, and then again. Very weird. I don't know. It was not normal. I was like, okay, can't be just a random noise. It's exactly the same way. Rebeca dice, era Voldemort hablando por las paredes. Parcel. Muy raro. Eso sonaba atrás de nosotros en el pasillo. Whatever. Bye, buenas noches, nos fuimos a nuestro cuarto donde todo se sentía normal. We went back to a room where everything felt just normal, so whatever. I just forgot about it. But you guys gotta ask Steffi after, but she says while she was sleeping, between her, when you kind of wake up but you're still half asleep, half awake, she saw a shadow standing in the room. For some reason, she did not feel scared. So it was probably nothing bad.